Disrespecting Usher, I ain't never been to Busted Kills. Put me on the 12 play when I was just a baby. Look, I need a good girl, real good girl to have it all night from behind. I don't play no game of mine. I'ma lay you down all night. I'm making grind live. On my pillow, lay your head on my pillow. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, oh lay it down. Let's go. I think you need a G-mix or something like a remix instead of
Dunamis, what's happening, man?
for the G's in the street. And the bad bitches, what's the bad bitch? She a hood classic. Thick Dodge, red ball, chocolate fantastic. My son do magic, go gadget. Hit it 5 times cause I had fantastic. This girl, she got me shining like Sunday church in the red light. Oh my God, I should know faction. Bring my niggas in for this remix. Leave that love shit out on this G-mix. Just being careless, my nigga Jesus. He's probably the best. She ripped the bus when I'm so fucking easy. Cross the streets, leaving. Bring back the shit to make you run and make a baby. It's that new 12 play, RBG shit. It's Sean Glady, R. Kelly, and Jesus. This is the remix. Oh, no.
What up, y'all?
Every time I'm at your crib, young, it smell like a pie. Got the condo cracking.
Baby, what's happening?
I still had them squares if a nigga wasn't rapping. First I undress it, then I'm jumping off the dresser. Talk to you like my money.
What's up, y'all, man? What's up with it? I missed y'all, man.
Every time you get off, she said, when you get me off, kinda laughed, but it turned into a cough because I swallowed down the wrong pipe. Whatever that means, you know, old people say it, so it sounds right. So I'm standing there embarrassed. If we were both in Paris, I would have grabbed her by the waist and kissed her. But we in the middle of Whole Foods, and those foods ain't supposed to beef, but you think they hate tofu. Check that line, got rowdy. My vision got cloudy. I started seeing circles like some Audi. Emblem, hearing them say, come on, man. Do this on your own time. Get the hell on, man. I walked out. I got about halfway to my car when I heard shouty shout 3,000, I got your credit card. Smart move. By the way, my little sister loves a cartoon. Well, here's my name and if I ain't the one, lose it. If I am, use it. If a man uses and he can't use it and he don't, I take it personal, he might be swamped with making mozzarella, no making worlds better. Cheese will come, believe me, never focused on the cash. Ask Mel Gibson, Jesus Christ, I'm about to cash.
Baby, bring that thing back, you know where my heart at. Gotta show you some love, cause I'm about to lose it. With the way you move it, you wanna get to it. Girl, tell me what to do. I changed the game for you. I'm a player, yes it's true, but can I be free? This is how I feel. I'm in need of love. Let's dip up out of me. Ooh, you touch my time. Everything's so right, and I just want you. Let's dip up out of me. Let's dip up out of me. She's on to what I want to.
That's my song. What's up, man? Missed y'all, dog. Ricky, you going through it, brother. You going through it, brother. We'll talk in a second. We're going to talk.
Time will bring the real end about you out. There'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you. Hey, you won't remember me. Your face will be the reason I smile, but I will not see what I cannot have forever. I'll always love you. I hope you feel the same. Oh, you played me dirty. The game was so bad. Toy with my affliction, had to fill out my prescription. Found the way of the to set you free. Away from you to see clearly the way that love can be when you are not with me. I had to live, I had to live, I had to leave, I had to live.
Remember back in the days when niggas had waves, Caselli shades and cornbread, pitcher pennies, honeys had the high top jellies, shooting skelly, motherfuckers was all friendly, lounging at the barbecues, drinking brews, with the neighborhood crews, hanging on the avenues, turn your pages to 1993, niggas is getting smoked, G. Believe me, talk slick, you get your neck slit quick, cause real street niggas ain't having that shit. Total text for rap, smoking blunts in the project all way, shooting dice all day, waiting for niggas to step up on some fighting shit. We get hype and shit and start fighting shit, so step away with your fist fight ways, motherfucker. This ain't back in the days.
But you don't hear me though.
Hey yo, doctor, here's another proper track in his fat. Watch the sniper, time to pay the piper.
That song was better than Dre Day. It real was. Really was. Let's go, Pac. Let's go.
One of these days I'll learn. Don't fuck with trick ass niggas cause they turn into bitch ass niggas. I'm sick of being stuck in the county jail. My niggas clown, bring a pound when they post bail. Smoking blunts in the driveway. My profile screaming from the police. Boom, drive with the thug till I die. You wonder why I made this way? I wasn't turned out. I was raised this way. I'm thinking these are the dreams of a young teen. Scheme is that green of the crack things. One time came home, man. One of these days we gotta bust back for the home, man. Locked down in the penitentiary. I probably lose my mind if the pen sits me up. Stress, smoking weed, and nicotine. But what a nigga really need is Thorazine. Right before I die, I'll be cursing the law. Reincarnated bitch, she the worst than before. My vocals still play that.
That fuck with you when the man say right before I die, be cursing the Lord. That's exactly what he was doing. That's crazy.
Playing to kick the niggas while they lay back. And Big Stretch hit the scene with the mini 14. Serving suckers like dope beans. It be the whole thing. Under pressure, nigga. That's right. Yeah. Never run, throw your gun in the air. Oh yeah. Nigga boss ain't no time to spare. Call the rockers, motherfucker, and we fuck shit up. And with the stainless steel making, but we cut shit up. Fast and blast a nigga with the quickness. Cock the 4 pound, motherfucker, when I spit this and rip this. Damn, my mind is in the.
Y'all ready to have fun tonight?
With the wisdom, sense of a rich
Y'all ready to have a little fun? I am.
knowledge and the rhythm. This is what I'm using to come up with a style. So
Out into rap.
all together better with the crowd. Nervous for a second and the record starts spinning and I fall into the state of matter what I just created. Pumping like the doctor, the into the RE suckers ready to leap up on the tip when we made it. Created so I'll never be regarded as a regular, only just a little bit better than my competitor. You should never underestimate the passion. I hope for the stage whether I'm cooling or thrashing. Rocking the concoction created by me. When read, you read E equals a D-O to the C. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals an artist I won't be warned. What is that, Dre?
Martin had a dream.
Martin had a dream. Kendrick have a dream. All my life I want money and power. Respect my mind or die from last child. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this nine is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati and vroom vroom, I'm racing. Popping pills in the lobby, and I pray they don't find
We about to turn up, baby.
Yeah. It's just me and you tonight. And I'm at the point where I never want to share you ever again.
When you first showed me the kid, and girl, you knew I was a freak. And you knew you swag was gonna do something to me. You keep telling me one day you hate and one day you want me. Won't you stop all the pretending what the business gonna be? I've been promising you something more than just a couple.
I'm gonna let this hook play one more time and we gonna get started.
Rolling around and jumping in and out of bed. I feel decisions what I need, and girl, it's time for you to make it. While you're taking it, look at me, girl, and tell me one thing. Does he do it? Does he do it? Does he do it? Does he do it? Do it? Like I do it, 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 like I do it. Does he do it? 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 I do it, like 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 I do it,
Boy, this one Trey killed they ass. What's up? What it is? What's happening? I'm back in the house, in the saddle. Let me go ahead and get this video started off. Heard about the Canadian truck. Yeah, I'm pulling for him, man. That damn crazy ass, them laws up there, man. People, look, shit fucked up out here, man. Shit is costing a lot of money. Gas prices are ridiculous. All this, you can't have that and trying to do this restriction shit when the CDC and all of them saying this shit don't even really stop any type of transmission. What the fuck? Like, why would you just want to stop the economy for nothing? Leave, man. I'm always about freedom and individual freedom and choice and shit like that. I have no problem with that. All right. So let's say this. Let me get to this right quick. So in my last video, I'm going to go ahead and give this video a preface. In my last video, I addressed some brothers that were rather disrespectful to me. And really, I'm cool with that. I get disrespected all the time. I say, fuck you and keep it moving. I never really took it really serious like that. I would hang up literally in seconds later. I'd be like, I forgot this shit, right? Like, that's just how I am. But, I had the other one. I had some screenshots. I took some screenshots of what the brothers were saying in the chat when they came in the background in the private chat. I saw some stuff that was a bit alarming. And I was about to go and get a lawyer. I actually did speak to the lawyer, and that's really what brought this video on, was me speaking to the lawyer and finding out a lot of shit that I didn't know about certain things, because he kind of brought me in on a lot of shit, man. And I called another female I know, and she took me to the department, and she told me go to the Department of Justice website and look at this incel stuff. And I was like, damn, is that serious? Like, we're going to get into that, right? But the point I'm trying to make is the brothers did reach out to me via email. We were supposed to have some sort of correspondence, like a little video. I was like, we ain't got to do no video, man. I mean, fuck it. Just leave me alone. Don't, and I'll leave you alone. I ain't going to say shit about you. I ain't going to disrespect you, drag you. And so this video is in no way me trying to diss or drag those brothers. I'm going to let that shit go. I was disrespected, but I'm trying to not pull a trigger on some shit, because I did the same thing Ricky did. Ricky just said he had to go call the feds and shit. I ain't called the feds, but I did call StreamYard. So I got all types of shit that I can get the ball rolling and fuck with people. But my thing is, at the end of the day, man, just because we have a disagreement over dating, that's not what this is about. What it was about was just me protecting my son and making sure he's safe. So I don't want to start that shit. If and the brothers seemed, whoever it was emailing me, seemed remorseful, said the brothers was just talking shit. They was just fucking around. So I let the shit win. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, I ain't even really, You guys ain't got to worry. I got a lot of people texting me, man, get them niggas, get them. I'm like, nah, you know, because I know if I was on the internet and I said some dumb shit and fuck with somebody and then they went and tried to garnish my fucking check for the next 7-8 years and fuck my credit up and all that shit. They got the feds coming to my house. Man, that, you know, I wouldn't do that shit unless it's really, because now you might fuck around and get on a no-fly list. It's a lot of shit that I learned talking to these lawyers. And I wasn't thinking like that. They wonder what I called a brother. He's a real estate more encounter. He does other shit, but then he gave me the female number and she told me a lot of shit. And so he knew her number. We called. I talked to her yesterday. And it really, man, it's really enlightening how long statute of limitations, how long you have. So guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you're in this space and you talking to people and you disagree with people, don't issue threats. Not because I'm trying to threaten anybody. I'm not threatening nobody. I don't want to get into this shit. I don't want to go down that road of fucking with people, trying to get people fucked up. I'm not like that, because I don't, you know, people make stupid choices. They do dumb things at times. And me going and trying to destroy someone's life, I take no pleasure in destroying somebody's life. Especially when all in all, I didn't really think the brothers was really going to do shit. I said that in my last video. But try telling a woman who's carried a child for 9 months that, you know, some people threatening her child to be calm. She don't know these people, you know, so, which I get it, you know. But the point I'm trying to make is this. This is the point I'm trying to make. In talking to the lawyer, they opened me to a world of incels. Now they went to, let me go ahead and get one of these articles from the Department of Justice website, which I didn't even know they was that fucking serious. Like, this incel shit is way bigger. And the reason I'm saying incel is because the brother came in my comments and he mentioned that they, like, it's a group of incels or some shit. So I didn't know this shit was that damn serious. I really didn't. And sometimes, guys, as you know, a lot of us take this stuff to heart, and some of us take it like it's a joke. Like, man, they playing, man. You know what I'm saying? They playing. Like, these niggas ain't gonna, you know. And so we didn't think that, you know, a lot of us don't think and take these brothers serious like that with this intel community stuff. But I'm about to get into a couple of videos. If I can find, I had an article. There it is. Well, that's the other article. Let me see. Okay, so this is the one. That's one article. And then this is the one about what's going on over in Asia and South Korea and shit like that. So let's go to the Department of Justice website. So check this out right here, right? So I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want you guys to see this stuff. So Ohio man charged with hate crime related to plot to conduct mass shooting of women, illegal possession of machine gun. So he was not fucking around. This guy had bad intentions, and this wasn't even a year ago. This was last year. A federal grand jury has charged a self-identified incel, quote unquote, with attempting to conduct a mass shooting of women and illegally possessing a machine gun. Tress Jenko, 21. It's a damn baby, right? Of Hillsboro, Ohio, allegedly plotted to commit a hate crime, namely a plan to shoot students in sororities at University of Ohio, Ohio U, or whatever, U of O, whatever. He was arrested by federal agents today, right? I'm going to say this, guys, Georgia boy. I'm going to be straight up with you. A lot of times when I come on my channel, I may say things and stuff. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I'm going to tell you, it's a little different when you're on the receiving end and you have a child. A lot of y'all may not have kids, but you got to take that. You got to take shit like that serious. I have to. I got to. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker going to threaten me because they don't like what I said all the time. You know what I'm saying? But now he didn't pull it off. He didn't do it. They caught him before he did it, but he was about to do it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, people may threaten me all the time, but when you're talking about your kids, you got to take that serious. You cannot play with that because people are crazy. And I'm starting to realize how crazy people are, because I mentioned and I actually showed the comments in the video to the lawyer and shit. And she was saying some stuff about these pills and stuff because she knows about it. And she was like, you know, and I you know, the red pills, she didn't say SY. She didn't know about SYSBM, but she said red pill. And she was telling me about a lot of these are offshoots within the white community, offshoots from the white community. And she was just telling me how the feds are really in this space heavy. Like the feds are in here because they're watching this shit. And we're gonna get into that. And I didn't know this shit. I did not know this shit was looked at like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, when we may get into it and we may be going back and forth, I personally, in my heart of hearts, don't think nobody means me no harm. I think people just disagree on dating, and they choose they date. They mad, they're angry, so they want to disrespect me, right? Which happens, right? But this shit is deep, bro. Like just and if somebody really wanted to fuck somebody up, that was a self-described. Once you say that word, that shit puts you in all types of FBI categories. When you say the word incel, when you say the word red pill, when you say the word SYSBM, which is kind of an offshoot of that shit puts you in a whole different damn category. It does. Now, I'm not saying, obviously, I know better than all brothers that follow these philosophies are not on no bullshit. And usually, 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, 9.9999 times out of 10, let me put it like that, brothers ain't finna do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the shit work. You know what I'm saying? Brothers ain't really finna do no shit like that. But what tends to happen is the white community has, you know, a lot of shit. Let me show you. So first, let me go into what's going on. So this just to show you that the Justice Department and everybody, they really take that shit serious. This shit is serious. If you pick up the phone, call the feds, they will investigate. So I know the shit Ricky said he was going through when somebody came in his chat threatening him. That shit will get the feds. I'm telling you, they don't play about that shit no more. They don't. Which I didn't know. I did not know. Which makes this shit easier to really fuck with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, I ain't gonna drop that type. Because once I thought about it, I said, man, I could really do some damage with this shit. I see it. Not like I'm some super powerful, wealthy guy. Like it ain't even got nothing to do with that. This shit would have damn near been free. You call the government, law enforcement, they'll do the damage. You ain't got to do shit. Just tell them what the fuck was said. Identify these people in a certain community, and it's a done daughter. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a bitch ass nigga like that. I don't do shit like that. If I tell you I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it. So the brothers ain't got shit to worry about. I'm not going after them, not trying to get them fucked up, not gonna do no shit like that. But I want you guys to look at, so the rest of the video, I'm not gonna address that issue anymore. That's under the rug. That's over and done with. Okay. What's up, Ricky? That's over and done with. I just want to let you guys know that the Department of Justice does not take that shit lightly when you talk about the word incel, when you say incel, when you say that shit, it's a big ass, you about to see in a second, but before I do that, let's go over here. And come on, man. Come on. Here we go. So they have some shit going on over in South Korea. Right now, check this out. What's driving Japan's incel violence and South Korea's seaman terrorism? In both countries, a toxic mix of intense social isolation and changing gender dynamics has contributed to several high-profile cases of violent misogyny. Now, I despise the word misogyny because damn near every time it's used erroneously, right? And so when I hear somebody say misogyny, they full of shit. Ain't no damn misogyny. But in this case, you might be right. That this is probably a proper application of the word misogyny, right? Experts say the threat of gendered violence has been exacerbated in high-tech, hyper-connected societies where men have become starved of interaction, right? Now, this is the thing. Let me go ahead and just say this shit right here. A lot of this shit, when you're looking at it, man, it's fucked up because a lot of people, what they'll do is they're going to attack all men, and that's bullshit. What they'll do is you have these cases or instances of violence and shit with somebody that is a social, reject or whatever. They'll go out and they'll do that might be a random case, right? That shit might happen once every 4-5 months. Somebody might do something, right? They'll make that shit seem like it's such a big damn problem. And that's what they do. And they say, this is white heterosexual men and this is misogyny and that bullshit, right? And black men, we might be like, well, what's the problem? Why are we so caught up into what white affairs are. Fuck the white. Like, you got to understand now, when the type of laws that they pass, being able to go after these white men, that shit will destroy a lot of brothers and put you in a precarious situation, right? And this shit that's going on is dangerous, right? So this guy, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. Tsushima. That's all I'm gonna try. His last, Yasuki Tsushima, I'm gonna try it, was arrested after stabbing 10 people on a train in Tokyo. In the 1990s, Japan emerged. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to read this whole thing. Let me see. Nope. Let me see if I can log in. See if I can log in. Let's see. Did it? Is it letting me log in, or is it gonna mess up? We'll see. Hold on. And then maybe I can read the whole article. Let's see. I'll be able to get a little bit. Okay. So oh shit, it stopped and messed with me. Damn. Fuck it. But let me see. See, here's another thing going to the all right. So this guy right here, this the guy that went on the trucking rampage, the van rampage, driving through and killing about 10 people in Toronto. He was an incel. This guy just drove. This was back in 2018 in Toronto. Shout out to G Dizzle. He gave me an article about a brother who dropped a kid from the in the Mall of America, grabbed a kid, little black kid, and dropped him. I think it was a black kid. Dropped him from the 3rd floor, 40 feet. Kid got brain trauma and all that shit, man, because you dropped him. Right? The dude just grabbed the child and threw him over the damn balcony. That type of shit, right? And so you got, and a lot of this shit is linked to men being frustrated because they're not getting sex. And this the thing, man. Like, when you'll see in some of these videos I'm gonna go and look into, it is a major thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a big damn deal in their. Hold on, what you say? It has to be American man in the way of life. So don't be surprised if brothers follow the footsteps of the European American. You know what? You might be right. I'm not saying. I'm saying usually one of the reasons that people do shit like this a lot of times is depression. Depression is always in the mix, right? One of the things that people don't realize is that black people, although we broke and a lot of shit, we have the highest self-esteem. If they look at black people's self-esteem compared to other races, you know what I'm saying? Nobody in that community advocates for violence. True, but brother, I just dealt with it. I don't know if you've been on my channel, but I've had a lot of shit, disrespectful, crazy ass comments come my way, and a lot of just immoral shit and hatred for women, general hatred for women, black women specifically, but general hatred aimed in the direction of sisters. And this shit is unhealthy. That's just how I feel. Now, a lot of you guys may say it's just to protect, whatever. I'm saying I'm not even going to get into the inner workings of every damn video of SYSBM because I'm not even trying to get into that shit. I don't want to get into no damn back and forth with the brothers because black men, Lord knows, damn, in this space, anytime a man clicks live and you mention that, you better be on the side of agreeing with that shit or you will catch the wrath, right, of a lot of different people, right? Because they feel like it's their duty to protect the brothers, right? Now, fuck them when they 17, 16, fuck them. But when they turn 18, we got to look out for them. You know, so it's a different mentality, you know. So I ain't gonna even try to go at that, but I'm just talking about the comments that I had and what I'm getting, the type of, you know, and you guys just saw some of it, right? In my last video, just the way that, you know, the type of shit, I get comments like that all the damn time of people on all my different videos of older videos. I'm talking about shit I put up years ago. I get a comment, I get an alert. Because sometimes YouTube will give you an alert, sometimes it won't. But when I do get an alert, it'll give me an alert from a damn 5-year-old video, and I go look at it. It's somebody saying some evil ass demonic shit. And now I've seen brothers say some real crazy stuff about, you know, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think, and we get into it. I don't want to go down a path of dealing with some shit, but this shit is deep, bro. So it's some serious shit. Now, a lot of y'all probably don't feel that way. A lot of your brothers don't feel like, man, you trying to hurt the sisters. I don't want them hurt. I just don't want to date them. Okay, cool. You know, a lot of them feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they said, yeah, this shit is serious, man. So it is what it is. So, you know, let's keep going. But yeah, people have self-esteem. And because you have high self-esteem, usually depression doesn't have the same effect as far as suicide or going and grabbing a gun and going postal, or as they call it in incel community, they call it ER, where Elliot Rogers, we all are familiar with Elliot Rogers, the guy that in all his videos, he was like, I'm the better choice, but I'm not getting chose, right? And that is the energy with which a lot of these white incels that are violent, that is the energy they have. What's up, G Dizzle? That's the energy they have, right? Like, I'm educated. I got this. I got that. I got this going for me. Why don't they want me? Why do they want this person or this black guy? He's black. Because a lot of them incels are racist in a motherfucker. They can't stand black folk. I've been looking at it. A lot of them can't stand black people, right? They're very extremely racist, right? And so women becoming picky with multiple women become picky with multiple choices. Well, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I feel like that does that, but that's how they feel in that incel community. They do. I mean, we're gonna see some videos, and even Elliot Rogers, go listen to his shit. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, even the whole not black manosphere, but just the manosphere, like, they're gonna talk about all that shit. Let me go and get started with it. Let me go and get over there to it, because it's some bugged out shit. It's like, damn. And then when I see that, I then look at our community, and I look at our shit, and I be like, well, I'll be damned. You know, that's where our shit come from. Our shit the same way, you know. So let's get to it. Let me see. So this is cool, but let me see if I can find, let's see. Which one was it? Let me start with this one.
Fireball multiple. Ellie, I'm going to fireball multiple government buildings. Ellie, my name is Spot, S-P-A-F-T.
So they on the internet talking about they gonna firebomb buildings. Now, black people, we ain't like that. We don't do shit like that. But just what, there are a lot of similarities. I see it. I see a lot of similarities with a lot of the brothers in the black manosphere. Not to where they're gonna go kill somebody. That's not what I'm saying. But check this out. And once we get to that, how can you fix it? Because that's what this video is about. I'm about fixing shit. I'm not just about shitting on people. Just drag. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas, that ain't what this video is about. Right? I'm not gonna drag brothers because they're not being chose by women. You're not being chose. You're not having sex. You're not the choice of a lot of sisters out here. And so you're frustrated and making a video telling you ain't shit and you lame a lot, which I do. I'm guilty of doing that sometimes. But I'm gonna tell you, making a video like that, because a lot of times I do that out of going at people that come at me, right? Or just sometimes I just tell the truth. Sometimes I'm not here for watering shit down. We're men at the end of the day, and I'm gonna tell your ass the truth, right? Some shit you ain't gonna ever hear come out of my mouth about women. I never complain about being able to get a woman. You know what I'm saying?
I live in the United Kingdom. In the next few months, I'm going to fireball the cities. Remember that. And if you don't report me to the police, it's on your conscience, honey.
That's a kind of sarcastic bit.
So they go online talking about they gonna kill people, and it's a joke in their community. They do that shit all the time.
This is a performance for the cameras and for me, a woman, because this is a chat room of incels, virgins spread across 3 continents.
These are my friends. This guy's name, we call him Prince. Bald already. This is a guy named...
Now, he ain't got no friends in person. His friends on the internet.
Danny, he's a compulsive liar.
Thank you, She. We here. Hit the like, guy. Hit the like button if you're here.
Yeah, Joey's this vice bitch still there. Written by fuck you. And that's just how we talk, though, you know? Like, this bitch, that nigga, this, that, you know? Like...
so they say the N-word fairly easy in the incel community.
It's just, like, vulgar. And you could call that toxic, but we're all desensitized to it.
Most of the world was introduced to incels when Elliot Rodger killed 6 people at UC Santa Barbara in 2014.
Police didn't have to search long to learn what motivated a 22-year-old gunman to kill 6 people and injure 7 others.
Before doing so, he posted a 141-page manifesto, mostly blaming women for not having sex with him.
I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up glove.
Now listen. Now he's talking about slaughtering and killing because he's mentally deranged. And I wouldn't dare say that the brothers in this space are on that shit. But that lane of rage that comes at the women because they're not giving you, they're not choosing you. Just let that sink in for a second.
It made him a hero among some incels. Then, in Toronto in April, Alec Manassian praised Roger on Facebook before driving a van into a crowd of people, killing 10.
Alec Manassian wasn't part of a terrorist group, but it may not be as simple as suggesting he was a lone wolf.
What is an incel?
It's involuntarily celibate. It's just something you are. You know, volcel is voluntarily celibate. Incel is involuntarily celibate, meaning you've tried many times and failed. And then there's mental cells, which is probably the best fits me, someone who can't form a relationship because of mental blockage.
What have you been diagnosed as?
But see, American Negro, I'm gonna tell you, I thought that way too until I understand. And I'm not trying to say it like I understand or I can relate, but I guess I do understand a little bit. It's not the same. It is not the same, which explains why you hear certain things. Like if a person is doing something and there has to be some sort of transaction to it, in their minds, we men, man. I don't care. You the same. You a man. I don't give a fuck what you are. You are a man at the end of the day, and you're always gonna think, you know what? I had to pay her for this shit. It's not the same. When you have to buy something, it's not the same as a woman saying, I want to be with you. I want to be in a relationship with you. I want to have sex with you because I'm infatuated. I'm in love with who you are as a person. It's not even the same. Now, yeah, can you get that temporary release? Yeah, you will, but I don't think these dudes are like that. I think a lot of these dudes are like this because they're not getting it from a person objectively. Just do it without me having to give you some money.
Agoraphobia, obsessive compulsive disorder, social anxiety, social paranoia. That's not even a thing.
Joey is 23 years old. He doesn't have a job. He's not in school. On a given day, he may not get up from his chair, where he sits sometimes for 2 days straight, smoking cigarettes and
Another common trait, sitting on when you could be out there living life, sitting your ass on 8-hour hangouts and shit like that. I'm not shitting on brothers in particular. I'm just saying these are certain things that identify. And like I said, I'm not shitting on them because I'm sure somebody's gonna come and feel like I'm trying to. It's like had that hit dog holler energy and try to attack, and that's bullshit. It's just fucked up. We ain't got no choices. I'm not even talking about that. We're talking about incels. But you ain't no incel then, because obviously you a volcel. You voluntarily you can get women, right? You just volunteer. So it's not talking about you. We talking about the guys that want to get down but can't, right? Which there's a large number of black people like that.
in chat rooms.
Honestly, I feel more real here, sitting in front of the computer. When I go outside, I almost depersonalize a little bit and feel like I'm playing a video game. I don't know what that is. It's just a state of mind. It's probably just a side effect of isolation.
Are incels violent?
I don't think they're really violent. They're very meek. And when an incel attacks, it's not the same type of thing as when Dylan Roof shot up that church or when ISIS blows people up. Those are perhaps more masculine. These are like docile men who have like this bottled up thing and then it comes out as an outburst of anger. But I think that that's uncommon.
People joke about killing women.
That's a higher percentage. People who joke about killing women.
The jokes were ambiguous enough that Reddit banned its incel forum last November for violating its policy against inciting violence. But incels still talk on sites with fewer rules, like 4chan and incels.me.
What does Elliot Rodger mean to the incel community?
People look up to him, I guess, in some sense. Not in the chat room I run. It's part a joke, part people look up to.
And do you like the ambiguity that you can't tell whether they're joking or not?
Yeah. Well, that's the...
Even if they're talking about someone who killed people.
Well, I think that...
And so the thing is, guys, this is just looking at these guys. They're socially frustrated, man. They're not able to get into certain social circles and do things that they want to do, date the women they want to date, and they're frustrated. You know what I'm saying? This is not, and once again, like I said, this is not a video of me just shitting on these brothers and dragging them and telling them, man, you a piece of shit. You this, you that. I'm not doing that. I'm just calling it down the middle. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say, Doug? You said he's following the channel and those guys were mentally defeated. Most of them didn't even try to talk to women because they were already made. Exactly. And what you'll see, let me see if I can find this damn thing. Let me go to this one first, because I think it's one I watch.
Tomorrow is the day of retribution. The day in which I will have my revenge.
Soon after posting this video to YouTube, Elliot Rodger would go on a shooting spree in the California city of Santa Barbara, killing 6 and injuring many others.
Shot fired.
The attack, a form of revenge by an angry young man, one who was hell-bent on blaming women for his own personal loneliness.
Girls are not sexually attracted to me.
Now, see, you can look at this brother and see why. And it's not on some, I'm not being funny or disrespectful. The way he talk scares the shit out of somebody. Right? And I'm not saying this because he shot somebody. Like, listen to him.
A major problem with that. A major problem.
You're like, I could see this motherfucker snapping. You know what I'm saying? I could see it. Look at it. Look in his eyes. That motherfucker is deaf. Yo, that's how people think. That scares women. Nobody taught this young man about that shit. Nobody taught him. He needed an older mentor to tell him, look, man, your dad is a movie producer. You 21 years old. You young, right? What you're experiencing now is temporary. Yep. They thought the Joker was incel violence, right? I love the Joker. I love the movie. And I see why they said that. But the Joker's the Joker, damn it. It's not like supposed to be meant like it's going to incite that. Now, let's be honest. Let me go ahead and keep it a buck. Incel violence is not a real thing like they say. It happens. But if we were to put this shit in number, it's very minute, even within the white incel community. It's minute. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. There's no one with bachelors that nigga look like he won't love. I'm gonna say something, man. Real talk. Brother, you beat me to it, brother. You beat me to it. You damn right, these social media apps. Getting in these social media spaces, not really interacting with women, not really facing your fears, sitting, like you just saw the guy say he sits online for hours on end. It's crazy.
That's a problem that I intend to rectify.
More and more male hatred against women is rising up through the hidden crevices of online forums and entering real life. Allegedly, the inspiration behind the mass attacks in Santa Barbara, Toronto, and Tallahassee, Florida. And experts say one of the chief incubators of this violent misogyny is a subculture of men and some women who call themselves incels or involuntary celibates. They mainly gather in online forums, finding common ground in their shared loneliness, hatred of themselves.
And see, a blue pill would argue with you and just go back. They got a community of people that the only difference and the reason why it hasn't really just extremely taken off in the black community is because of our culture. I think our culture, we have incels and we have a few people that are outright say they're incels. But in the black community, it's always been the thing that you're supposed to have your shit together as a man. You can't admit that you don't know how to talk to women, man. You're supposed to be a player, right? Ain't that? That's the thing. We tough guys. You'll never find know that there are a ton of black incels, millions, probably millions of them, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, I have to get into that and see. Because depending on what country you go to as well. So you go to Brazil, women gonna say that shit. Dominican Republic, they gonna say that shit. You know, so it just depends, right? But the point I'm trying to make is this. Black culture is different, man. Our culture is different. Just like some of this dating guru shit that these white boys do, that shit don't work with black women. So it's a different mentality because we got a different culture, culturally, right? And so I don't think it is advantageous for most black men to come out and be as blatantly, candid like a lot of these white boys do. These white boys just come out, nobody likes me. Nobody, everywhere I go, I'm a social reject. Let me play this shit. You'll see what I'm talking about.
And anger toward the opposite sex.
Women are just evil.
You know what I'm saying? Women are
now.
evil.
This is a rare case where a brother's saying that shit. Look at this shit. This is rare. This is a brother talking.
Toward the opposite sex.
Women are just evil. You know what I'm saying? Women are evil. Women are cruel. Women are mean.
The group name that you've probably never heard of before, incels or involuntary celibate.
Now a new BBC
You might be right. I think I know who you're talking about, brother.
documentary, Inside the Secret World of Incels, presents a never-before-seen look at this community online and off.
I think it's fair to say a lot of people have not heard of the term incels and have not heard about the incel community. I think it's certainly something that more people should know about because there is a risk of violence from this community.
When the incel movement first began online in the late 90s, it was seen by many as a comforting resource, a place to belong for those who had no sense of belonging.
Whenever I see couples walking about, I'm happy for them, but at the same time, I'm also just like, oh man, I am so alone. It hurts a little bit.
Forums can definitely be, very supportive. Having an online
if you go and look at what you guys are being what the red pill shit is being categorized as, that all this shit is just an offshoot of each other. Now, you may feel like, no, I watched a video and this brother broke it down and he says that it's this, and that's completely different. And this brother's black pill, and this brother is lavender pill, and this brother over here is orange pill, and then this person orange pill, right? You know what I'm saying? You got all these different pills, but I'm telling you, this shit, they call it the red pill community. They call it, and the incel comes from under it. I'm gonna show you. It's not what I'm saying. The FBI, that's what they call that shit. Now, you guys don't agree, or you would be the same community, obviously. So you don't agree. So I'm not even gonna argue with you and say that the red pill, he's not red pill, he's a blue pill. He's a simp. He's putting these women on a pedestal because he went and shot them. Then you got brothers saying, fuck it, I'm going to reject society and I'm a rejection and I don't like none of this shit. Fuck these bitches. And they call themselves red pill. It's the same energy. That's what that's why I always say when I have these debates and these videos, it's the people, it's like there's no consistency in a lot of that shit. I'm not trying to talk about what you guys, not aiming this at you guys. I don't want to get in no damn back and forth in the comments. I'm going to keep this playing. But a lot of people will contradict each other. And one guy say one thing, somebody else will come by and say something completely opposite and be on the same energy that Elliot Rodgers was on. Only thing is he's not grabbing a gun, but he got the same mentality.
Community.
You didn't choose me. I'm the best choice. You didn't choose me. I'm going to punish you. I hear that shit all the time. I do.
To fall back on or to go to is definitely a source of comfort.
It's a space that Jack Peterson sought out as a struggling teenager.
I think what attracts men to the incel community.
Yeah, he was a reject. Look at him. He was a reject socially. He had bad acne, greasy looking hair, a round face. So they was on him. You know what I'm saying? Brother, you completely wrong. You completely wrong on that. I'm going to show you. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm saying. Black, anytime I go live, and I'm not trying to attack anybody, we're not trying to go down that road again. But what I'm saying is, black me, y'all love that shit. Y'all defend it. I'm not finna go back and forth with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. But there's a thing called red pill rage, right? Where they show that same anger at these women. And I've watched hangouts with brothers. I'm like, if a brother was that brother's going so hard against this chick that if he was in front of her, he would probably choke the shit out of her and kill her ass. Bitch, I've seen it. I've seen brothers spaz out over a fucking video all the time. And they say the same shit. I should know you bitches don't want this. You bitches this. You bitches. It's the same shit. Nobody advocates it. All right.
Is just feeling like they have no other place to go. If they're rejected by women, if they're rejected by even men, the incel community is a place for them to congregate and actually find people to talk to for once, rather than just stay in isolation.
It was a world where he could
So the community actually provides them a place where they could get some sort of love and attention. Not necessarily, even if you're not gay. Some of them are gay, but that's what it is, which is what this community has become for a lot of black men. It fills a void for a lot of brothers because when they go outside, they don't feel that love and warmth that they get because they never really got it from women. So a lot of them get it here, you know. But we're gonna deal with that in a second. We're gonna deal with what the solution is.
Post this video.
No matter what I do, no matter where I go, nobody values my contributions. Nobody respects me.
Peterson eventually became a moderator for one of the incel forums.
So see that brother already saying, everywhere I go, I'm rejected. Everywhere I go, and I've seen comments in my chat like that, well, from certain brothers where they say that type of shit. And I'm like, brother, you need to hit me up, man. You know, you man. You got to fix, you know. And so they even have certain things they demonize self-improvement. So it's like you kind of fucked all the way around, because once you demonize self-improvement, you locked in your lane. There's no hope for you. I don't see what you might as well catch a plane. That's all you got. That is all you got is an airplane. Your only option is catching a flight to a foreign country. That's it.
He says violent talk and threats were not tolerated.
If someone crossed a line into threatening what seems like real violence, they'll be banned from the website. I know on numerous occasions there would be communication with the FBI to make sure that nothing actually crosses into reality, that it just stays a post on an image board or on a website.
But some say Rogers' attack in 2014 marked a shift from a community that lived online to one that for some erupted into violence in reality.
Before Elliot Rodger, there were a number of online misogynistic communities operating. But Elliot Rodger really flips the switch from a community that is angry online, operating within the digital space, to a community that has the potential to carry out real acts of violence.
His blind rage targeting strangers, like promising student Katie Cooper. Her parents left devastated.
He attempted to get into one of the sorority houses with a tremendous amount of ammunition. Instead, out of frustration, he got in his car, drove around the corner, and saw my daughter.
So he tried to go into a sorority house and kill a bunch of women. So that seems like a sort of type of rage. What y'all think?
My daughter paid the price. So we like to believe that wrong place, wrong time scenario helped save 50, 60 girls' lives.
And really, to these guys' credit, the overwhelming majority of the incel community is not advocating that you kill women. So that's nobody's saying you. It's hard. You'd be hard pressed to find that. So I'm not even trying to say that that's what it is. I'm not trying to. So you guys, I know SYSBM is precious, like Smeagol and my precious. No, you ain't got a word, man. I ain't gonna do nothing to you, precious. My precious, they stole it from us. You ain't got to worry about that. So I'm not going after your precious SYSBM red pill. You can still have your favorite. Because like I said, like this guy in this video, these guys, they're getting love and attention from these brothers that they didn't get at home, that they didn't get from women, and a lot of it. And so they need this. This is not a drag. It's like they don't want to admit any insecurities at all, but they're there. Trust me, they are. You may not see them, you may think it, and you may want to be logical and try to debate, but at the end of the day, the insecurities are glaring. They're out there, and we know they're there, and they need to be fixed. And until you're able to fix them, you'll be stuck.
Kind of a silver lining. And, when you're in our position, you look for these, wherever you can.
Just last year, 2 alleged copycats. In April in Toronto, a van mowed down pedestrians, killing 10 people. And then in November, a shooting at a Tallahassee yoga studio would leave 2 people dead.
Actually, I agree with you, Cortez. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. You got white liberals that work in the media, right? And what they're doing is they're categorizing. They're using this to bolster the feminist movement. That's what this shit is, man. I ain't no idiot, right? And I'm not gonna be a useful idiot for them and attack some shit that really, I'm gonna be honest with you, like the Red Pill documentary, I agreed with it. 99% of what that lady was talking, like, well, shit, that's on point. Like the way they was treating those men, not giving them visitation, got killed himself over his kid, he was depressed, the type of fuckery where, you got shit going on, motherfuckers showing up in an African village, burning 1,000 boys at the stake, the whole world didn't say shit. They did that shit a bunch of times. Soon as they took them girls, bring back our girls. You saw that shit. So clearly there's an imbalance with the feminine in our society that needs to be alleviated. That shit needs to be swung back. But what the problem is you got a bunch of simp ass niggas that bolster and push that shit. See, you can't get no visitation as a father while you paying child support unless some bitch ass judge okays it. There's always some guy a lot of times helping that shit. I try to be fair. I'm not like that, right? Like, I'm a man, right? And so if you're a father and you're paying for your child, you should be able to get time with your child and spend. I don't believe in that shit. I hate to see judges do a bunch of shit like give a motherfucker $350,000 a month child support. That's bullshit. No child needs $350,000 a month. You don't need that. I'm talking about at best you can probably go. I mean, you might. I'm talking about, and that's 10,000 at the. I mean, maybe 15 at the most. 15,000. That's $200,000 a year at 180,000. That child don't need no more money than that, and that's for a guy that's worth millions. I just don't see why judges give people. Yeah, he got to pay $350,000 child. That's bullshit. So there needs to be some sort of, reckoning with this shit because it's out of whack. It is out of whack. That's one thing I will admit.
Both of the attackers allegedly posted online that they sympathized with Roger. Nightline is choosing not to show you more of Roger's videos or the memes that now circulate praising him, but it's clear he's gained an infamy within these forums. Shortly after the Toronto attack, Peterson decided to leave the community altogether, announcing his departure on YouTube.
I asked the owner of incels.me to permanently ban my account. I left after the Toronto attack because I didn't want to be a part of a community that supports violence, even if it's in a joking way.
But Peterson says that most incels are not violent, and that within the incel community itself, Elliot Rodger isn't taken seriously.
There's a lot of memes about him. People think he's perceived as some sort of a hero figure, but I think he's more kind of just made fun of.
Adam Jessel, the executive producer of Inside the Secret World of Incels, has been studying the incel community for years.
In terms of the number of people that are at risk of actually carrying out violence against women or carrying out some kind of physical harassment of women, that is a very small number. In the case of violence and mass murder, you only really need one person to move from online hatred to real world violence.
Although not the norm, his film does seem to uncover disturbing instances of simmering anger toward women manifesting in real-world actions.
I'm the catfish man. I catfish females. I'm a legend in the community. I'm a hero.
Catfish Man, whose full face is never shown, humiliates women on camera as a way to seek revenge.
Ew, so bad. Look at that.
So this is just the same. It's just they're white. They got a different culture. But quite frankly, this is the same energy that he giving these women, having fun at their expense, causing emotional scars towards women, being disrespectful, dragging them, shitting on them just because they're not what you may feel like is attractive. And so this is a way. Listen to what he say though. Let's go inside the mind of one.
The women, who he says believe they're there to meet a model from online for a date, are instead met with verbal harassment and intimidation.
Got catfish. It's kind of like a victory for the incel community, basically.
So that's the only thing. The white boys just more organized with this shit. But this is how it's looked at when you're on a chat, on a panel, and you're going back and forth with a female, and it's a victory to cuss a woman out and call her the B word and say, you had a baby, you chose wrong, and you average at best, you this, you that, and they're that nigga cold. That's the same energy, same shit, right? And so I'm starting to understand this shit now. It's a little different. I'm sympathizing. I'm really not trying to humiliate or embarrass or clown any of these brothers, but this is fucked up. So this brother catfishes women and he makes fun of them, which is fucked up.
Well, this is basically like my retribution in a sense. All those girls that treated me like
Catfish Man's behavior was, very alarming and very distressing. On the one hand, we wanted to show people that this stuff is going on, this stuff is out there. On the other hand, we were conscious that we were giving airtime to this guy.
The Anti-Defamation League is one organization that's been tracking incel communities and identified them as an emerging domestic terror threat.
It operates in some of the same ways that we see other extremist movements operate.
They say law enforcement and community cooperation is key to monitoring violent content.
Tips have always been helpful for law enforcement when somebody might be sort of straying. The combination of law enforcement, tech industry responsibility, and everyday people knowing that they have a stake in this, hopefully we can keep this down.
As for Katie's parents, they hope her senseless death teaches our society to be more vigilant.
Our daughter died because some individuals.
So this is the last one I'm gonna cover with this video here, and then I'm gonna go into the solution. But I want y'all to check this shit out right here, man. This is some deep shit. Like, check this out right here.
Following program may contain coarse language, violence, and mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
How are you? I'm doing well.
It's a solution if you embrace it. Are you gonna embrace it? Are they gonna embrace it? G Dizzle. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm saying calling them weirdos really doesn't help, because especially proud people. Like, this guy here is a special situation. Very special. Now watch this. Watch. What I want you guys to pay attention to is this guy's personality. Very bubbly and warm. Watch how he talk. Y'all see how he talking on the internet? Y'all, now this is an incel. But look at his personality. Look at the content. Look, let's go back a little bit. So he kind of shy when he has to talk to people. But watch how they show him on the internet. Watch how they show his videos. Watch this. He's delivering this content. He's fearless. It's almost like, damn, he has great content. He even got the shit edited out. It's quality looking, right? But this guy is an incel. The only thing, if you didn't know any better and you watch this guy, you would think that he doesn't have a problem with women. Just listening to him talk and looking at his video, you would, but he's part of the incel community, right? But just look at it, because I want you guys, this is the shit I say all the time. And most black men in this space ain't on this shit here. Most. Some of them I don't know, but most. They took me down. They took the video down. Ah, shit.